guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. We're continuing the GT Legendary Goku event missions that were added in during the 7th anniversary. Now, this is the final mission that is going to be added during the 7th anniversary. We'll see if Dokkan will, honestly, continuing to do this, this is just such an easy way for Dokkan to do sort of weekly or bi-weekly or monthly content, whatever you want to say, right? I feel like every celebration, them just tossing one of these missions in here or two of these missions into these events, is a good thing to do. I mean, how many categories are there now? 77 or something like that? Well, let me actually just quickly double check that. But there's that many categories, right? Most of those don't have missions in here. I feel like even in the OG Legendary Goku event, if they did a mission for World Tournament, that might be too hard, right? But they could do Namekian or something like that for the OG one. It just gives people an excuse to use different characters, use different teams, use different characters, and then still get rewards for it, right? Because the rewards for doing these missions are pretty good. I think 5 tickets and 5 stones is a pretty solid reward for just going through this event with a particular category team. There's currently 85 categories as of the 2 new categories of the 7th anniversary. 2 really good ones, by the way, Beyond Super Saiyan and Fuse Fighters. Fuse Fighters, by the way, this is the category mission that we're taking down for the GT Legendary Goku event. This is a joke, right? Going into the 7th anniversary, I pointed out how weak the, just fusions overall in Dokkan were. Well, that turned around very quickly, right? With the 2 best units in the game added to this team, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, as well as the LR Gods, who have an active skill where they fuse into Gogeta Blue. I think that's a really clever, I do kind of like that, right? The unit, the Goku and Vegeta unit, it is just them, Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Gods. It's not really an actual fusion unit. They just tacked on that active skill at the end, which is just so good because it puts them on so many additional teams, right? Just them having that active skill is such a big deal, dude. Again, gets them on so many different category teams. But during the 7th anniversary, we had again, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, the LR Gods, and then don't forget the 3-year anniversary LRs got their EZAs as well. Right here, I'm using Int Vegeta on the team. The LR Physical Gogeta is also a really good option. I mean, free-to-play players have access to STR Vegito Blue, who certainly could work well in here. You have a lot of potential options to take down this event. AGL Super Vegito would work really well in here, provided he doesn't get Dragon Fisted at the end, right? Tech Kale and Caulifla are, one of the best units in the game for long events. I think now there's no way I could call any character better in, nearly any event, pretty much, than, the Super Saiyan 4s and Gods. I mean, these are the best units in the game for long events now, right? It's just super effective against all types, damage reduction, dodge, guaranteed additionals, crit chance. The Blues and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, these characters are doing everything, right? But Tech Kale and Caulifla could work well. I'm using Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Just wanted to get, a powerful option on here who would have type advantage by the time we got to the Dragon Fist Goku towards the end, right? That's his main reason for being here. You easily could run Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I think, is definitely better in long events than the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I would say there's just, no question about that. That the Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is just outright better in long events. But, again, the Int one will have type advantage towards the end, right? Because, remember, one of the big strengths of all the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta units is their super attack counter capabilities. But, that, of course, is nullified by Dragon Fist Goku at the end here. We're, of course, using LR Tech Gogeta as well. Being able to give us potentially the Scouter effect is always good. The Scouter effect, of course, being just so goddamn good, right? We also have STR Vegito. I probably do the fusion with STR Vegito right here. Yeah, there's no reason not to. So this will be good. The 10-turn Scouter. So this makes it to where we know where Goku is super attacking the rest of the event, right? So there's not really, I would say, the potential of us dying or losing or anything like that. That Vegito fusion's still really good. And then This event is not quite at the point where we're going to be getting, you know, Vegito taking 1,000,000 damage per hit and stuff like that. This super attack could be good because this could put us... No, I don't think it's going to. I was going to say, this could put us under 50%. So we can get that Vegito fusion, the Int Vegito fusion. Remember, he is one of the most dominant units in the game now as well, that Int Vegito. He's capable of doing just so much goddamn damage. On a turn where he's able to get a bunch of those counters in, it's just going to be GG for any boss you're going up against. Another potential option you could rock in here is Janembu. You do want villain units on the team, though, to maximize Shinembu, but, like, you know, Janembu, you could run Super 17 in here. Celza would be solid. Int Gotenks would work well in here. The Tech Super Saiyan 3, like, Team Gotenks would work really powerfully in here. Vegex, Super Saiyan Vegex would be good in here. Weirus would probably be pretty solid in here. You have Dokkan Fest Piccolo is on this category. Cooliza works well. There's actually so many different ways you could build this team in which you would do very well and be able to dominate this. This is probably the easiest of any of these missions for like the GT Goku event or Legendary Vegeta event right here. This one, Fuse Fighters, it's a joke, right? Like what? How are we possibly going to have like this Goku or any of these bosses do anything to this, right? Like, you know, we just go ahead and destroy. And, you know, in terms of, like, what lead you could build, right, you could easily rock, like, the 3-year anniversary Gogeta as your leader, you know, because they're a fusion lead of 180%. So you rock that, you know, physical Gogeta, then you rock, you know, friend LR Super Saiyan 4, so you just build a fusion team, you know, not bringing any of the Patara characters, right? Like, there's multiple different ways to do it. That's why, like, when they start, you know, I think the 3rd year anniversary LRs have good leader skills. The 3rd year anniversary Gogeta 180% and the Vegito 180%, right? Those are really solid. Looks like easy A's to me. You know, I think they're gonna kind of cycle in all the older category leaders: AGL, Evolution Blue Vegeta, you know, all those characters. Int Angel Golden Frieza, STR Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, right? Like physical Super Vegito. A lot of those characters are going to become the best leaders for their teams again. Because especially after the 7th anniversary, I just see no way that they're going to go backwards. And just like, you know, okay, here's an EZA leader skill of like 160% or something like that. Like, they're not going to do anything like that, right? Because it just put you so far into the 8 ball. Leader skills are so important with the, you know, introduction of the Ultimate Red Zone and how a lot of these other characters are working, right? So, it is going to be very interesting to see how a lot of these EZAs pan out. And, you know, again, EZA 3rd year Gogeta, easy way to sort of bring a lead to take this down. And honestly, as like a free-to-play player, you could... LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could like nearly carry you through this whole event by himself, right? Like, you know, he can't super attack counter the Dragon Fist, but like, you know, he barely took any damage from this Dragon Fist right here. And that was a bad situation. Like, if Gogeta had been able to super attack first, he either could have nullified Goku's Dragon Fist, or his defense would have been so high, it wouldn't have been able to do anything to him anyway. So, again, it's just very easy to sort of go through. Now we get Int Vegito to fuse, and he will just go ahead and wrap things up for us. This god right here. You want to talk about, like, god of the game? Int Vegito right here. We just put him in that first slot right there. I think he finishes Goku off. Remember, with his damage reduction, his huge damage on counters and stuff like that. One thing I have noticed comparing this guy to STR Vegito, though, I have both built nearly full counter, because it's what you want to do for these characters. I think STR Vegito having that 30% chance to crit from his passive, though, makes a huge damage in terms, or huge difference in terms of damage. I feel like the STR Vegito probably out-damages the Int Vegito. I think he does, because of the better chance to crit, probably. Because, again, STR Vegito, you know, you give him 25 crit, you got a 50% chance to crit, but then you've also got the 30% chance to crit from his passive. Whereas with Int Super Vegito, you're just, you know, critting from your potential system. So, there we go. There is the final mission for the GT Legendary Goku event. That was Fused Fighters. I'll go ahead and go over all of the units, kits, and stuff like that, you know, builds, equips, all that. We'll finish up but there's still 3 more legendary Vegeta event missions to do as well. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll go ahead and catch y'all next time.